Oh, I wonder what happened there, but it looks like oh, there we are. So I saw a real world flight to an airport in Colombia, high up in the Andes Mountains, and I decided to try and go there and see what happens, and mostly if I'm able to land there. It's I think it was 5,000 feet. Let's see, 5,000 something feet. You can see we go mostly east, but a little bit northeast. So let's see if we can get some information on this Antonio Narino. Yeah, 5,900 feet actually. So it's 11:22, and what do we have here at ground level? See this one. We start from inside the Amazonas actually, or in the border between Amazonas and the Andes Mountains going up. And here we are at 17 feet, and that looks very accurate actually, so should be 1,000, oh we don't know, so we are at 1,013, but we need to make sure that when we get near the other airport that we get the altimeter right at least. So yeah. So this is the route we are going to take here, and then we go in between some mountains here, and then we go up and turn into the actual flight path up here. So let's see how we fare. Here you can see the Andes Mountains. Let's get some numbers into. So you can see here with 310 is what suggested heading. So let's go for that. There. And let's get flight level up towards. See, I'm usually good at 18,000. That's normally nice. And then let's put the vertical speed to get there to 1,600 feet per minute. I think we can do that with no problems. And we have some way to go right before we need any altitude. So let's do this and look at flaps, and I need to get the trim right there, and yeah, let's get going. is we are basically right on target, or we were. So it's more easy to just start up the autopilot already on time. So we can turn the engine down a little bit. We are climbing, but the trim is still in negative, so the engine must be pretty high. If the airplane believes, I don't know if it believes anything, but if the autopilot thinks that it needs to nose dive and to keep from increasing altitude too much, then we surely can do with less engine. But of course we need to keep an eye on the speed too, because we don't want to get into an area where we lose the speed to be able to increase. So it's a little balance here. I believe that we have reached the balance point around 59% at the engine, and then we increase the altitude nicely, and we don't lose a lot of speed. We do lose speed, not like crazy. We have a little wind with us. Take, that's good. Oh, weird. I don't see any signs of thunder, to be honest. But yeah, probably some statics in the tropics. There are these odd statics from time to time, where you have the sound but no rain, no clouds, no, just kind of static. Let's hope that we don't get hit. Now we are trimmed up and losing speed, so I'm going to increase the engine again. feet. I think that maybe I should check what the altitude of the mountain, because there are some pretty high mountains in the sound like thunder. I still don't see any signs of clouds building up at all. But it looks like we froze because of what I did, or maybe we paused. That's the best case scenario, and it looks like that's the case. So engine keeps decreasing, and that's weird to me. Now it says we are at takeoff speed, but that cannot be. So let's decrease the vertical speed a bit. Yeah, that should be fine. It's a long way to get to the mountains. like around 3,000 meters. So not crazy high. We are 5,500, so we should be way above. I'm going to, okay, here's a 3,676. How is it going? What I'm saying here is meters, and you have to multiply by 3 to get it the feet. So if I say 4,000 meters, then we have 12,000 feet. And we are above that, so I feel pretty confident that no matter what we fly into a mountain, and that's the boat. As you can see, there's a lot of thin clouds, but clouds anyways. We can have difficulty to see where we are when we get there. And then we don't want to meet a mountainside. It's probably not that fun. And you will see mountains now in the future. It's actually okay for this relative short ride. How it looks when we have a waypoint coming up here. Oh, here, maybe first waypoint there. Let's see what that is. This is after 137, and then we have yeah, well, not here, because we need to say let's say it's 260. So it's 1 minute and then 9.5 minutes, and then a couple of minutes from we get to, that's basically the final, and then we have a long final of 7 nautical miles. There we will of course slow down, so I think we more or less glide in, because I cannot go too low over the mountain side. You need to be above the mountains. Maybe I can go down to like go to 12,000, yeah, I probably could go to 12,500. But then would need to lose 7,000 for the last 7 nautical miles. That's like a dive. But let's see what happens. be some 10 minutes from the first waypoint now. Any ice in this flight? No, we should, this kind of environment, maybe we should put ice protection on. Because with those, I don't know if this is ice building up or just because you can see the trees down below. Yeah, I think it's just the trees. I don't see any ice building under the trees. So maybe I'm overreacting a little bit. Again, maybe not, because now we are back at 260 knots. Something must be working here. I don't know, are we burning more fuel? That shouldn't really matter because it's a short fuel. Looks like co-pilot is enjoying the view. Should we get outside to see how the view is outside? It looks good. And you can see the mountains building up. So the Amazonas flat as a pancake, and then comes the mountains here. Actually, I feel like the landscape is a little hilly, not mountains, but it is waving, where you can look like it has compressed CO2 from the mountain building. I haven't checked, but from looking at how the things look, it looks to me like the Pacific plate is like lighter than the South American, and then so the Pacific plate is actually going under, and that probably happens just at the coastline basically. And then the mountains raise up here because that's the result from the plate being pressed under. So then this side of the plate going under is getting compressed by the pressure. But I'm no geologist, so I may very well be wrong, and if I'm wrong, and you know better than I do, then please comment, because I am open for any discussion. Because it's just that I think it's interesting. Geology is interesting. How the world, the earth has formed, how the continents are twisted, and all that. I think it's interesting. But I would never, ever, ever pretend that I knew anything significant about it. So I'm very open to people who know more than I do. And that's not to be that person. So where are we on the map? Oops, getting closer. And from the first waypoint, the second waypoint, we have a very short ride into the final, and then I will take over when the train is coming on. But let's get on board again with the co-pilot and look at the mountains here now. Really the island. now at least it is. Nowadays there's a lot of smaller hills here, that we call ridges. And then we have the actual mountain area just a little further. Do we believe that there's snow in this altitude this time of year? But it is pretty close to the equator, so I probably personally would be a little surprised to find snow in these altitudes. No, I honestly don't think there's snow all year round in those mountains. I don't know it for certain, but just what I would call a feeling, I think it is. But that's most certainly not the same as there is. Again, I've never been in this part of the world, so I could be very, very wrong. And probably more often than not I am. Now I'm actually looking at Google Maps from that area where we are flying in there, and it does look like I'm right. There are not like all year round snow on these hills. Even in that city where we are going, called Narino, it doesn't look like they have snow on the mountains. They don't have a lot of trees, but that might be because of people cutting down trees. And maybe that's what we are seeing here, not snow, but the bare mountain, so to say, with no vegetation. That might be graphics are not that great. So the landscape is building up, but slowly. Then we get some more trees and less smoke. I believe that on the highest top here in the winter, that should be snow, but right now it's not winter. We are 1 degree south of equator, so maybe even these mountains would see some real snowfall. After all, they are only... Oops, I forgot to start the clock. So, but 4 kilometers in the tropics, I don't use, but that is high enough to get. So now we have 9.5 minutes. Let's get inside. Where I but I think that we actually can decrease altitude. So as I started by saying that I saw someone landing on this airport in a real airplane, and then I wanted to. But it was a small airplane too. It was the Vision Jet, small. And I wanted to see if it looked like the runway actually had the length. So that's why I stayed with the Vision Jet. And yeah, I just wanted to see if I could do that in flight simulator. I'm so lucky that I have I need to get the trim up before I take over. Yeah. So otherwise we will really crazy. Yeah, I just wanted to see if I could do it in the safety of my office here and in front of a big screen instead of the real world. And next to my virtual co-pilot, the real life co-pilot is actually preparing lunch or probably even finished preparing lunch because it's not very good. So I'm in a hurry to get down and land. So let's not jinx the landing, but normally my landings aren't that great, but they are getting better, I feel. And while we are still flying, I would like to say that if you like this kind of real amateur flying content, then please consider pressing the like and subscribe and all those buttons that YouTube gives you as an option. And that's a great support for me. We love it, the co-pilot and I, to see that actually the number of subscribers is increasing. For YouTube to ever really notice me, I need that a lot of subscribers. I don't remember how many, but it's kind of a crazy number. And of course it would be great if we could get there someday, but at the speed we are going, I'm probably not going to see that number in 2025. So I'm optimistically going for some time in 2026. And also, if you subscribe, you need to be able to kind of look beyond. Not only am I an amateur flight simulator pilot, but I'm also speaking English with a very thick Danish Copenhagen-ish accent. Yeah, that's the best I can do. English is far from my first language. So, another 1,000 feet, I feel that it of course depends a little bit on where we are going to turn. Yeah, it's probably best to stay here. This is 4,250 meters, which is above all the mountains before the airport that I am looking at. Not by much, the tallest mountain I saw was just underneath us. We will clear it with about 1,000 feet, so no rush to get further down. As you can see in the compass rose here, we just went over some a little darker, and we're now getting something a little darker again. So that's the one there right in front of us. But if I'm correct, then our path is this, and this is the very dark path. So I think we are fine. So now we are 8 minutes. We need 9. Oh yeah, we are going slow now. This doesn't really matter anymore. And soon we will be right. But if I take over when you turn around, and actually if I take over here and then manually turn around, then we should be able to follow this valley, and then we need to go all the way to this mountain actually to the right. So maybe I should turn here. It's probably a better solution. There's a city down there where the airport is, and that actually surprised me because I didn't see that on the other clip. I didn't see the city, and I don't know if we have the city. In the simulator. It should be there. Yeah, actually this is the one that I should have called. So I will be going to this one. And that means I can basically turn on the autopilot already. Let's do that. Yeah. And go towards that point. Okay. So actually the airport is that one. Then we need to get down very quickly. That's like we are crazy. I honestly think because we are way too fast. So I honestly think that we should just go around here and come back and try that. because we'll never ever be able to get down there in a safe way. And to be honest, I love the co-pilot, so anyhow control. So let's see. Let's go around and try again.
Sink rate. Sink rate.
Yeah.
Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink rate.
Not to fight the airplane too much. Trim it down. So now we are at a manageable altitude. Oh, I see a cow. So there went the Microsoft is playing games with me. So, not sure how to react to this.
500.
My controller keeps setting out. I need to go around again because now we are on top of the airport. So let's keep in this one. Let's see what I'm doing. But what you saw is the control set out twice. The game, I don't know exactly what is going on. I'm trying to actually add power to the engine, but it's not doing exactly what I need it to. But at least I'm getting better at also catching those errors in the game, so that I can get out of that trouble. Engine power, because we are very near the airport, it's not basically right above it. Oh, yeah. Wrong side. So now I will try not to talk so much, and, and then concentrate on getting us down safely.
$500.
land, but I would say so that not the same way as that other guy on the YouTube. That he landed a bit more smooth, but actually quite a long landing. He went pretty far into the runway. But he landed and it wasn't like this. And I forgot to actually set the altimeter. I don't feel that that is what failed me in this. But if I need an excuse, I can always try to use that. But I think, to be honest, that is just my lack of skill. So now we go and see if we can find somewhere that we can park. I think over here. Could that be? It looks like it's intentionally, which of course is not good, but maybe we can park here. Let's pretend that this is park. So that was this one, and it was interesting. I would say it was interesting, and looking at the landscape here from this. Let's turn off the airplane. From this perspective, it looks like we are in a nice area. So that's it. Let's get outside and watch the co-pilot. It is nice. It looks nice. Buildings might need a touch-up, but apart from that, everything looks great. So let's see if there's somewhere we can get some water and a bit of food, maybe. Let's get up into the air. Oh, there are cars too. It looks nice. It doesn't look like the city on Google Maps, to be honest. It looks a lot less, but on the other hand, it looks more or less as empty as in that video clip I saw. So maybe this is near the airport. Maybe there's no buildings here. And we didn't see the actual city. That might be because it's kind of hidden in the rainforest, right? But that's it. Whatever you are doing today, if you enjoy it, keep doing it. And enjoy the day.